Welcome to Tea Time with Kitty. Thank you to each and every one of you for joining back in with me week after week. Hey there, welcome. Hey there. Welcome. Today we are falling into the last quarter of 2023. We are falling into it because we know that it is fall season. Hey there. And I have this little welcome pumpkin back here as we get ready for the fall season. There's a lot of things that we're going to try to capture today. So we're just going to give everyone a chance to get all signed in. I would like to celebrate each and every one of you. If there's anyone that's celebrating a birthday, a wedding, an anniversary, a promotion, shout out to you as well as all of those October birthdays. And we're just going to give it about another minute and we're going to get started. I do want you to bring good morning, good evening, sir. Welcome. Good evening. I do want Sanaya to bring over my favorite. Sanaya, are you bringing my favorite treat that I like the season? So this is not my favorite treat, but these are one of the favorite things I like to do. I try to go to the pumpkin patch several times throughout the month of October. Actually, I went to the pumpkin patch the end of about the middle of September. Hey, Trail, about the middle of September when we was coming back from our family trip, we stopped at pumpkin patch. Hey, sis, thank you. Look, you got to see my post on Facebook so how long my hair gonna be for my party. But as soon as Sanaya bring over my favorite thing that I look forward for every October. Yo and L. Every October, my favorite. Sanaya, are you ready to bring it yet? Sanaya, come. So she's gonna bring over my favorite treat, and I want to know what your favorite treat is. So it's the month of October. We know that Columbus apple cider donuts are those your favorite for this month? Okay, so apple cider donuts. I do like apple cider donuts, and we used to get them all the time when we would go to Galahad Farm back when Pookie was growing up. Every year we would go there and we would get the apple cider donuts. I miss you so much. Oh my gosh. The apple cider donuts, and then we would also get, hey sis, the apple pie ice cream. So every year we did that from the time Pookie was about 5 up until he closed when he was about 20. But this here is my favorite treat. Oh my gosh, when it is October, the end of September, I can look forward to candy apples. Now, I love the candy apples that be at birthday parties, and I especially love how my sister Diamond decorates hers. But there's nothing like these candy apples right here. I know that each year throughout the month of October, I try to eat at least 10. I'll buy them in a single pack, I'll buy them in a triple pack, I'll buy them any way that they can be bought. Hey, Donald, I love me some candy apples, and I always like to add on eggnog. And every year between Thanksgiving and Christmas, I try to get me at least 3 gallons of eggnog, and I always have my candy apples for Halloween. Those are my seasonal things that I gotta have every year, and I go all around the store looking for it because I gotta have it. So we know this Monday coming is a holiday. I guess it's formally probably called Columbus Day, but I think now everyone calls it the Indigenous People Day. Hey there! Thank you for joining us today. So that is coming up on Monday. So most of us will either have the opportunity to be off or some of us will work, but I think that you will either get time and a half or double time more than likely for working on that day. So again, this is the last quarter of the year, and we're going to spend a little bit time talking about recapping for 2023. I just want you all to shout out some things that you had planned to do for 2023, and it's not over. So I just want to remind you all that we are, hey sis, in the last quarter. So we need to get to doing what it is that we said we would do. So would anyone like to drop in the chat something that they said they were going to do for 2023? You're allergic to peanuts, but you can eat the candy apple. So you're like the ones that Diamond make, because Diamond doesn't do peanuts on hers. She just pretty much do the toppings on hers. So she doesn't really do the peanut on it. So, and all these years, I didn't know that you was allergic to it. And I'm always trying to feed people stuff. So you definitely, peanuts is a very common one. So you have to let everybody know that. So you can't have that candy, but we can get down and make you a special firefighter one. So anybody have anything that they had slated out to do, please make sure you hit the like button. I was told that that's very important. Did anyone have anything that they were slated out to do for 2023 and did not do it? I know one of the things that I told Tea Time was that I was going, hey there, thank you so much, sister. Appreciate you. And I said that I was going to get rid of all those different storage units that I had. One was the kids, one was mine, and then I had another one that I had some of my mom's stuff in. So I did. Oh yes, yes, writing a book. Writing a book. Is there anyone else? I always wanted to write a book. So I hope this season of my life where I'm going into age 50, that I will be able to sit still and really do that. Write a book. Is there anyone else that has something that they plan on doing for 2023 and you did not get to do it? Because the time is here and the time is now. We are in the last quarter of 2023. And as my sister said about writing that book, the book doesn't have to be ready. But if your goal is to have it ready, we also want to put something in place that starts getting there. Even if we research information or things that we want to take in or things that we want to put in the book, here is the time to really brainstorm. Is there anyone else, any goals for 2023 that you reached or you did not reach, but we're reminding you that 2023 is not over yet, but we are in the last quarter, so we have to put a little bit more gas to the pedal. Hey, doctor. So if you were driving 15, 20 miles, and now that we're in the final quarter, we're going to probably have to do about 50 miles if we want to accomplish that goal. But if we just want to start that goal, we can maintain at the pace that we're at. So please, please, please make sure that you are doing something to reach that goal or either partially start it for 2023. This is also Domestic Violence Awareness Month for October. And I just want to encourage people, if you know someone that's in any type of domestic violence situation, whether physical or mentally, do not be telling people how they can leave and where they need to go if you are not praying for them or putting some type of help into it. It is not easy for a woman. Thank you, Mika. It is not easy for a woman, and believe it or not, a lot of men are victims of domestic violence. It is not easy for people to leave. So while you're all up in people's business and you don't get to pray or really do it from a genuine heart and you're telling people to leave them, do know that more people are harmed when trying to leave than staying. So we're definitely not encouraging anyone to stay in any domestic violence, but we need to be praying for them and we need to be giving them good information and we need to be trying to make sure that they are safe. Some women can't make the move because of them having multiple children. Some people have limited access to their family. So there's so many reasons. So please, 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 if you know someone that's dealing with that, I just became aware of something that recently happened. I'm not sure if it was totally domestic violence, but I do know that it was domestic. So just praying for them. And then there was another situation on the news where another lady lost her life. So please, 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 stop telling people to get out. Thank you, sister, telling people to get out if you don't have a plan. If you need something to do, tend to your business. Tend to your business. There's plenty of room to tend to yours instead of worrying about others. And stop looking from the outside into people's personal situation and think that you have the answer. Personal is for a reason. It's not community, right? So do know that and just try to encourage people. But the worst thing you can do is be encouraging someone to leave and then something happens to them and you didn't have a plan for them or really no good intentions at all. And then that's on your conscience. So please be aware of that. Please, please, please. Next, we're going to talk about this weekend is my church, New Image Community Baptist Church, women's conference. Our Women's Day conference will be on this Saturday, and followed by our church service on Sunday. So if you're looking for somewhere to fellowship and you just want a good word and to be around good women, I do encourage you to take advantage of our women's conference. If you need the information, please reach out to me so that I can get any of the information that you may need to go forward. As I said, it was candy apple season. It is also, we talked about pumpkin patches, visiting a pumpkin patch, but it's also pumpkin season, right? So I do want us, if you are one of those creative persons, okay, Latrell, I'll get you a ticket. I just have to reach out to Sister Deidre. Uh, I do have to get out to Sister Deidre to see if I can grab you a ticket, and please join us. And if it's anyone else that want to go, please let me know. I know that people decorate pumpkins this time of year. So if anyone has some pumpkins that you want to send pictures of so that I can put it on Tea Time's page, any pumpkin that you or your child may have decorated and you just want to make the page a little festive, please send your pictures of your pumpkin in so that we can post them on Tea Time. And thank you so much. Let's see. Got the women's conference. I got things to do. Okay, so this month is also the beginning of Department of Human Services, which I work DHS physical year. So with that being said, physical year, it means that money is now back in the budget for doing things. One thing in particular that money is in the budget for is housing, right? So persons that may be experiencing some issues with paying their rent or maybe facing eviction. The list is now open where you can possibly be assisted with back rent to stop eviction. If you want more of that information, make sure you reach out to me. Yes, E-Rap. Okay. And I will make sure that information gets out to you. Anyone can need help on any given day or any given time. So if you are a DC resident and eligible to receive those benefits, don't wait to the last minute because there is processing windows. We sometimes have to leave that pride aside because the thing about it is we want to get ourselves in order to be able to be beneficial to someone else. So if you need that information or any other program within our agency, please let me know. And I will definitely get that information to you and assist you in any way I can with getting what you need. So now I've been thinking lately, and we're going to go right into this. Do anybody know how much it costs to go outside? Do anybody know how much? Drop it in the chat. I need to hear some numbers. The last time you went outside, right? How much did it cost? 4,300. Yeah, it don't cost no $4,300 to go outside. How much does it cost to go outside? I don't know where you're going outside. That sounds like you're going out of the country. But how much does it cost to go outside? Anybody else have a number? How much do you think it costs to go outside? Anybody think? I had came up with a number of $100. 200. Oh my God, 200. I spent at least $300. Oh my gosh! I thought the number I was given. I was going to say 100. It costs 100 to go outside. 100, 150 to 100K. Trail a little decent with it. So these numbers. Oh my gosh! So if it costs that much to go outside, let me be first to tell you, as Miss Go Outsider, that we need to stay in the house. There is a time for sowing and a time for reaping, right? So we need to truly stay in the house. If it costs the amount that you all are dropping in this chat, you all need to stay inside of the house. Mika say too much. Okay, so Pookie's about $50, $75. For simple things like breathing. For breathing, it costs $100 to breathe. That's what I was thinking. Yeah, Sister D, yeah, I'm thinking more of the $100. That is a lot of money to go outside. Yeah, you want some of their outside money for groceries. So that's why we need to make sure that we put ourselves in a season where we can start putting some money back before we take some more money out, right? So do me a favor as we get ready to go into the holidays. We know that some of us will spend, spend, spend. So before we go into spend, 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 let's start with save, save, save. Let's try to make this our stay in the house season. Everyone may not be able to. Okay, you go to the AMC movie for $5. Okay, Jackie. Everyone may not be able to stay in at once. But I always like to say, people, yes, stay inside for safety for one. But not only stay inside, but it's very important to be able to save before you spend. And I know that I have always been that person. The month of October, I would kind of stop spending after I've done everything I need to do, and then I don't go back into full spending mode again until March. Sometimes I say I don't have it yet. I regroup, I rebudget, but some of us just keep going and keep going. So imagine if someone is spending $100 a day, and even if you only spend it 3 days a week, which is $300 a week, and we all know that over a month, you're talking anywhere from $1,200 to $1,500 a month. Imagine if we cut that in half. So I am not by no means saying no, but I mean to go to dinner parties now. Like dinner parties are like $100 a person. I've seen it where it's even been two. And if you're generous like Mr. Tony, you'll easily be paying three, right? So that's why it's so important to sometimes sit down. And I can honestly tell you all that because I've had plenty of seasons in my life where I didn't know how to sit down. And although I've always had a comfortable lifestyle, it doesn't mean that it didn't affect me because it didn't give me that preparation time, right? You get your attendance and pay my I get my attendance and pay my bill. Okay. And sometimes you find yourself not having as much as you could have had if you sit down. Because when you have a chance to sit down, it gives you a chance to be focused, it gives you a chance to pay attention, and it gives you a chance to get in front of things, right? So before we start to go into spend season and max those credit cards out for Christmas, and buy all these people these gifts that the people really don't probably even like or re-gift anyway. Let's just take a moment to see what it looks like just to try and save, right? And I know that it's hard, and I am definitely big on enjoying life. So I'm not telling anyone not to enjoy life, but let's think about some things that we can do for free. So, meaning everything does not have to cost money. I see that we've already put in the chat about the $5 Tuesdays. I know when my kids was growing up, they used to eat free at IHOP, so I would go pick my mom up, and she two could eat free with her, and two could eat free with me, and then I would only have to pay for one or two more of them. So just think about ways that you can truly save money, even when it comes down to parties. Of course, I love a party, but just think about how we sometimes overspend. We are truly living our life and full go mode. Like this is really like a microwave society. Everything is fast, everything is what I've seen, and everything is right now, right? So meaning that even if we put ourselves on a budget before we plan stuff, and even if we have to restructure the budget, it's okay. It's okay to get 10 birthday balloons instead of the 20 and put that $25 in that child savings account or back into your savings account. So please, 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 at the end of the year, if you know that you are not where you are financially, then start making a plan now. Don't go into debt waiting on your income taxes. Oh, well, I'm going to spend the bank because I'm going to get my taxes. No, 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 no. Time is not guaranteed. So let's make some decisions now that make us proud of ourselves instead of making so many decisions that makes us want to kick ourselves in the butt. It costs about $100 to go outside. And then you wonder why you don't have anything or any money. And sometimes the well of your support system can also dry up, because it's a very disappointing thing. And I know how much I leaned on my dad. I know how much I leaned on my brothers, but I'm just so thankful that the well didn't go dry, because if I don't want to be responsible and a good steward over my money, and then I just be like, I ain't gonna pay this rent. And then right before they come to evict me, I call my dad and say, Daddy, I need this money. What if Daddy don't have it? Then what do you do, right? So please, 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 it's okay to call on people. It's okay to have support, but support is when you need it, not when you make people support you. Like, not when you have this really, really, really reckless lifestyle, and then you get in a situation where you don't have the necessities that you need, not the wants, but the necessities that you need. And then you think that you can lean on people. And sometimes get disappointed if they don't do it, right? So let's really, really, really make that one of our goals as we close out 2023 with just being a little bit more responsible. It comes in time. It definitely comes in time. It comes in settings and different seasons, but let's try to play the part that we can in getting ourselves on track for where we need to go. Let's see, do I have anything else? I don't think I have anything else. So I definitely want to add, open the floor to tea time. Is there anything else from anything? Thank you, Tony. Anything else from any tea timers? Any shout outs you want to give for preparation on meeting those goals? Anything that you want to add? Subtract anything that you may have any insight on. I'm going to just recap on some of the things that we talked about, and feel free to chime in so that I can respond. We talked about Domestic Violence Awareness Month. And we definitely want to make sure that we are being aware and bringing awareness. And let me just add that sometimes that small awareness makes a difference, because you can teach your sons at young ages how to not physically or emotionally harm a female, right? And not only can we teach our sons that, but we can also teach our daughters that it's not okay to be kicked, to be pushed, right? So we can instill some of these behaviors, since we like to tend to people business. Let's get it before it's even domestic violence, and let's tend to it with our young children and our grandchildren as they're growing and as they're learning and know how to respect themselves. We also talked about the pumpkin patch and candy. Breast cancer awareness. Okay, breast, I think I did hear that. Thank you so much for sharing that. Breast cancer awareness. So we definitely want to recognize all of those women. And correct me if I'm wrong. I don't know if men catch breast cancer, but I think I've heard of a case where a man has, but I don't really know of that. So I would say women, make sure you're getting checked. And men, if it's possible that men can catch it, not totally sure, didn't research it, because I didn't even know about the breast cancer awareness for this month. But please make sure you're getting yourself checked out. As scary as it may be, it is definitely more important to know than not to know. Wow, Richard Roundtree had it. Wow, I didn't know that. So I guess men as well. Make sure you're checking for breast cancer as well. Let's see. Do I have anything coming in? Hold on one second. Okay, so someone just chimed in. And let me read the comments, and then I'll go to my chime in. I'm a survivor. Oh, since I didn't know that, okay. Oh, yes, happy Survivor Month. Okay, it's possible for men to have breast cancer. Yes. Okay, so because I didn't know that. So thank you for educating me. And that's why it's so important that I give my part and you all give it back. Breast Cancer Awareness Month as well. Okay. Wow. Okay. So we're gonna make sure we have some information on that coming back next week, maybe Dr. Greenwood. So when I spoke on people telling their sons not to hit the girls, as well as telling your girls it's not okay for you to allow someone to hit you. Know, when they teenagers, they like to kick a little bit and push and shove. That is not okay. Someone also wanted to know, do people still tell their kids to hit back? So we have a few more minutes. We only have about 6 or 7. If we need more, we'll revisit it. But are we telling our kids to hit back? Me growing up, with me raising my children, I always taught my kids to keep their hands to their self, right? Always taught them to keep their hands to their self, because I know that I was a second away from catching a charge. But with the amount of violence that's going on today, um, I know that we want them to defend themselves, but I teach my children to defend themselves. I've seen two situations where small children, in both cases, the children were under 5, where a parent or two separate parents on two different instances wanted to make the child go back and fight. So I'm still listening to you all. You all are saying yes. You tell me to hit back. I feel like I am so against violence. I am. But I am definitely overprotective as well. So I am not really the one to say hit back, but I think I am the one that would want to hit the parent if you hit my child. So I am just so not into children fighting, but I do get you all wanting children to defend themselves. But I truly feel like violence begets more violence, even at young ages. If you hit somebody's child and somebody's coming back, people bring weapons, so it's just so many things, and I think that that will probably have to be a topic, but I wanted to throw that out. But I am definitely going to have that as a topic, because that's really something to think about, because although we teach our kids to defend themselves and not let anyone hit them, fighting, it doesn't end with fighting nowadays, right? So you can have your child into boxing courses and knowing how to knock somebody out, and all that'll do is make another child go and get a weapon. So, we are definitely going to talk about that. I teach my children, okay, try to walk away, but defend self. If you can't get it, yeah, definitely defend yourself. Yeah, defend themselves, but don't start. I like that. Defend yourself, but don't start anything, because we really need more parents or more, yeah, depends on the situation, or more people to buy in, because you definitely don't want your child bullied. But me, I actually wholeheartedly blame, excuse me, the schools and the community for bullying, because I don't even feel like a child should have to fight back. I feel like if staff are involved in paying attention, um, and they see it, it should be addressed right away before it even gets to a fight. And I know there's so many kids in the classroom, and I know it's totally hard, but we need to make sure we're putting emphasis on that and focusing on that a little bit more, because we need to readdress the ratio of schools. So this is why it's so important for us to get together and have discussions and see what route we want to go once we bring them on tea time going farther, because I'm a talker, so I like to talk things out first, definitely. But then you get some parents that you can't talk to. You get some children that you can't talk to. So that is really something to think about. So I guess most importantly, you want to let your child know, even if they have to hit back, let your child know when they come home, they need to tell you. They need to tell you each and every time they're in any type of altercation with anybody, they need to let you know. And parents, when they share that information with you, you need to get involved, right? When you go up there to the schools and your child say somebody hit them, don't just want to speak to the parent to see why that parent child hit your child, but also have a conversation with the school. And schools know when my kids is coming up, I let them know all the time. I will call CPS and have the whole school under investigation. So because my thing is, we always think that, hey, if an adult hit a child, I'm calling the people, I'm calling. No, a child shouldn't hit a child, right? So I would definitely encourage, we can't control others people's children, and I definitely understand with you saying you want the children to defend themselves, but I think that we need to make parents accountable, even if it means suing them, even if it called child protective services. Because when I leave my child at school, the school has an obligation to protect my child, and that's even from other children, right? Kids mimic definitely what they see at home. So a lot of times kids are bullied at home, and that's why they come to school and do the bullying, right? But we would definitely, to that view, we definitely appreciate that chime in, because that's very important. And I definitely would put that on the list for one of the things that we will talk about, so we can come together and really deep sit down and talk about it, what it looks like to teach your child to hit, what it looks like to teach your child not to hit, and where is the middle in between the two. So I hope that I was able to answer a little bit of it. I like to research a little bit more and to get a little bit more professional information when I get on a topic. So we definitely will revisit that. I want to thank each and every one of you all for sipping tea with a sister week after week. Please make sure you enjoy your holiday. And I look forward to having tea with you again next week. Thank you for all your dedication and support.